All I ever wanted was to make a couple mil. Fancy car, pretty bra, house up on the hill. Some say that I switched up on them, I didn't keep it true. But my attitude.
Hi everybody, welcome back to another episode of Read Up Chicago Magazine. I'm your host, Lorrin Cash, and today I'm with Monz Logan. He holds so many titles: artist, model, producer, anything that I'm missing.
Man, I'm Renaissance man, so all things creative, the best way to put it. I just love to create.
What else are you working on? Like what, you were telling me that you're looking to work with other artists, besides your own music.
Right. So me and my partners, we actually came together and formed our production company, Luxury Productions. And pretty much what it is, it's a partnership with up-and-coming artists and our company, where we come together with the artists to utilize our resources as far as marketing, promotion, music production, video production. Pretty much all the facilities of what a record company is, we're not trying to sign artists like a record company. We're focusing more so on partnerships.
Okay. So how does that pay you guys in the end? Like, how does it become a business?
Well, it becomes a business. First off, is teaching the artists themselves how to monetize the things that they're doing right there. So, with us doing that, what we're doing is through our partnerships and through our agreements, we're taking a percentage of whichever avenues that they need to facilitate for them. So if it's through music production, we show them how to collect mechanical royalties, licensing royalties. So for instance, there's a Black Film Festival every year in Miami in January. In June. So here is it's the opportunity for artists to meet with independent filmmakers. Independent filmmakers, they need independent music because most of them either cannot afford to pay established artists the license fees to put the music in there. So that's one way to introduce revenue stream to those up and coming artists as well. Also with teaching them branding tools as far as like merchandising, partnering with them to create their own shows. We have relationships with venues around the city and surrounding Indiana as well. So these are opportunities where these artists we can partner with these artists as well, and put together their own showcases and learn how to book talent that caters to their demographic as well, and how not to just pay into a system, but also be an entrepreneur yourself.
Cool.
So the success of the artist makes us even more successful as a company.
Great. So to jump back towards your music, how would you describe your music style? I know you said you're a Renaissance man. How would you describe your music style?
My music style, basically, I like to be the underdog. That's not letting any forces above me or beyond me dictate my success. And to be that voice for individuals who think that man, my circumstance may be this, I can't get there because of this. I like to use my music as a form of gospel in a sense. Not gospel music, but just just giving some of my struggles and some of my keys to success, and not only that, just motivating individuals to keep dreaming, keep going after your goals.
That's what's up. What around you stimulates you to create, like with relationship or like how you grew up? Like what makes you create or inspires it?
Man, just honestly everyday life. I'm an observer of life. I love to watch the children play and be free. I love to watch the homeless. I mean, not saying that I love to see people homeless, but to see a person who may have not as many material blessings as I do, but they still get up every morning and they do what they have to do, and they don't whine and they don't complain about it. The birds, anything with nature, I'm inspired by just about anything. I feel like a song can come out of the thin blue air.
how would you describe your first album and like compare it to your music today?
Wow, so my first album, I was a much younger artist at the time, just really trying to find my sound, find what my voice is, you know. And you know, typically what you do then is you mimic what's successful at the time.
Right.
You know, so over time, I grew a little bit more comfortable with my artistry to find a way to develop or deliver what I felt my voice was. And again, that's, you know, just being a, you know, an innovator and a motivator to other individuals.
Mm-hmm. Now, at the time, who were you mimicking? Pretty Ricky?
No. Honestly, it was a mess. It was a mash of, you know, a lot of
Usher.
You had some Ushers in there. You may have a little bit of Michael Jackson, a little bit of Prince. You know, of course, I'm gonna go old school with some of the greats. I mean, it was just so many artists. Any artist I felt that did something that I felt like inspired me a bit. I kind of took a bit and piece from, you know, each of those individuals, and, you know, just trying to find my own way in the middle of that.
I want to talk more about your current projects that you're currently working on. If you could just kind of spill some more information about that. Let's talk about the album.
Okay,
Let's talk about the album.
Well, the album is actually, it's a compilation project, which consists of the artists that we've partnered with through my company, Luxury Productions. Some of those artists are Desire. He's an 18-year-old youngster. I'm talking about the world's not ready for this youngster. I know it's such a, you know, just a bad taste in a lot of hip-hop historians, or just, you know, those guys who really feel like, oh, the culture is pure. Then they don't want to hear when you say, oh, I have an 18-year-old artist, you know, he brings something. I don't want to hear him. I'm telling you, this kid, he's been here before. You know, he's an amazing talent. That's one of the artists. We have two females by the name of Mecca and Merelda. We just actually dropped their single last Sunday. It's everything is on Spotify, Apple Music, every digital platform right now. The videos are also in rotation on YouTube. But yeah, pretty much we got together with about 10 different artists, brought them all together. A lot of them, they really didn't, you know each other at the time. You know, they always just making their own noise and just looking to expand their networks and their fan bases. So we brought them together and we created the project, Struggle, Pain, Success. And I mean, it's just pretty much just the spoils of just life. You know, you struggle with whatever it is. It may be getting up and going to work every day. You know, you go through the pain of waiting 2 weeks for that check or whatever, and the success comes when, you know, you actually really find your purpose, like why I'm doing what I'm doing every day. So that's pretty much the tone of the project.
Okay. So you feel like you found your ultimate purpose in life through
I mean,
through this project?
Definitely. That's one of many purposes.
Okay.
You know, and that purpose is just really bringing amazing individuals together and, you know, getting them to collab and expand their networks.
Mm-hmm. Now, I know the typical by word of mouth is the best way to network and get, you know, your business out there and things. What are some other ways that you are building these relationships to even have resources for the artist and yourself?
Well, one, you know, creating relationships with vlogs like yourself, working with other individuals. We have an entertainment lawyer who's very well connected in television and music. You know, so he's actually our eyes and ears to the street as far as what's going on, changes within the industry, and just different partnerships that we've created throughout our tenure doing this.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, dope. Now I did listen to the single that you sent me, How I Feel.
Right.
How do you feel? Can you give us a little bit more about that?
I feel free. You know, I just feel free to be who I want to be, to create the type of music that I want to create, to love the way that I want to love. You know, I just feel free. And I want the world to feel that same free. You know, and if they criticize you, effing pay you. That's just how I feel. You know, and I know that the tone, it comes off vulgar. It may seem a bit, to some, edgy. But it's honestly just, you know, just a liberation. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't let anybody tell you your dream is not worthy. You know, because they don't pay your bills. You know, they don't pay you. You know, so that's really how I feel.
Okay. Can't be mad at that. Other than yourself, can you tell us about any other, I know you just mentioned one of the artists, but one of my questions was, can you tell us who do you think are some really talented up-and-coming artists to look out for?
Here in the city or just period?
Just period.
Man, honestly, it's so many. I mean, it's a plethora of artists out here, and every day I'm finding like someone new, someone that's like, oh, okay, I think this guy may be around for a little bit. I like The Baby. He's I believe he's out of what, North Carolina?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
He's starting to grow on me. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, you know, he's one of those. He's a character. He gets it. You know, and what people do forget about the music industry is also the entertainment industry, and he's learned how to bring back the entertainment aspect, you know, of the music. You know, you can have an awesome song, but you still got to be able to captivate the audience.
Absolutely. Yeah, I agree. So, amongst all the Cardi B and The Baby and everything, who are you absolutely sick of hearing?
Man, let's see here. I mean, it was Nicki Minaj. It's beginning to be Cardi B a bit.
Yeah,
I feel like I kind of brought that on myself because, you know, when she first hit, and I'm talking about before it was like she was the household name. I'm like, man, I want to hear more from her. Let's see what she got. And she kept bringing them, bringing them. And now I do feel like maybe it is time for her to just kind of ease back a bit. I'm not saying like, I mean, you got to strike while the iron's hot. I'm not mad at her hustle, but you know, maybe release less music at this point and probably just get into a little bit more things to keep her name relevant. You know, because man, music is so disposable these days. You know, you're on top one moment and the next, you know, people, you know, tired of hearing you. But if they love you, they're gonna whatever you get yourself into, they're gonna love you.
Absolutely. I don't know. She probably would be better than Beyonce with acting, though.
Right.
I agree.
I'm not gonna comment on that. You're not gonna get the beehive on me.
Have you watched Lion King?
No, I haven't yet. I heard it was amazing though.
It's great for what it is. I mean, Lion King is a great story, but I just couldn't get over her voice in it.
Oh.
I'm like, how do you mess up animation? But I did anyway. Just side note, I like Lion King.
Right.
While we're speaking about things that are trending, I do want to kind of ask you your thoughts from a male's perspective on the Nicole Murphy and Layla Rashawn cheating scandal. The internet is exploding with saying that her husband cheated on her with Nicole Murphy because of her weight gain. That's one of the primary reasons. But there's women like Halle Berry and Janet Jackson that are very well fit and they still get cheated on.
Yeah.
So what are your thoughts behind the whole cheating scandal?
Well, first and foremost, I am going to say if you're in a committed relationship or married, you know, you've committed to that person, cheating is a no-no off bat. It shouldn't matter, you know, whether it's a weight gain, weight loss, whatever. You know, you've committed to that person. But a man or a woman, if they're a cheater, they're going to cheat. It doesn't matter how successful you are, how beautiful you are, how fit, any of these things, you know. So that's really how I feel about it, you know. And it's sad to see it because, you know, you want to see more happy, successful marriages within our community. And I do believe they do exist.
Sometimes I believe that, and then sometimes I see that and I'm like, it's not out there.
Yeah, well, we can't let, you know, the mistake of a few, you know, ruin it for the many.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, and then what do you say to the women that, I mean, he's clearly somebody who consistently cheats.
Right.
So is it his fault that now she's hurt again, or is it her fault?
Well, of course, I mean, I don't want to say it's anybody's fault. She's there because she committed to that marriage. You know, so if those are the terms that she deal with, you know, I mean, we don't know. We're not in these people's relationships, so we don't know what those conversations are behind closed doors. This could be something that they agreed upon and it just got out into the public. It's unfortunate when there's, just individuals with some notoriety involved, because now it makes you look at that person and what they may have accomplished, and discredit it. You
Yeah.
know, and I would like to use that to like kind of segue into like with the R. Kelly thing. In no way, shape, or form do I think it is okay, to have sex with minors or to hold people against their will. I don't know if that's what that man's done. However, I do know that the body of work that he's created is genius, and you can't take that away. So. I just want to use that opportunity to say that.
And that's great. That's great. Right. What do you have coming up as far as projects, events?
Okay.
Let's talk about that.
All right. So I will be releasing my next single, which is called "Blessed." I'm actually releasing that, and we're doing our first luxury production event August 31st. So everything is running simultaneously. We're going to be doing that at the Loft Ultra Lounge in Indiana. Magnificent place. If you guys are available, I would love for you to come out. As a guest for myself and actually see what luxury production I'm working on, the other artists that we're working with, and just come out and have a great vibe. Man, it's so much, man. I feel like I'm working on a new project every day, and sometimes it's hard to keep track, but I love to just consistently keep dropping, just keep creating, so outside of that, the next move is we're actually working on Desire's full length project. That's the 18-year-old artist that I referred to earlier. Man, he's phenomenal. I can't wait to see him.
I gotta listen to his music.
Yeah. He actually Feeling Away. That's his single. It's actually on YouTube right now, and Apple Music, Spotify, Tidal, all of those good places.
Okay, I'll make sure I tag him.
He's an amazing kid, man. I can't even call him. He's an amazing young man. He's gonna be around for a long time.
Okay, that's what's up. I look forward to hearing his music. Besides yourself, who else is a part of this team? Because I know you're not balancing everything by yourself.
Of course not, man. I definitely couldn't do it all myself.
Shout out?
Okay, shout out my boy Sean Robb. That's actually, he's my mentor as far as the entertainment business and music and everything. This is actually something that we had been, it's been in work for some time now with us, and we finally, the situations was right as far as our positioning and what we had to offer to the industry at the time. Lucky XL, which is also one of the best. I'm telling you, he's originally from here. He lived out in the Southwest for some time, for about 15, 16 years. Just got back up here, to the Midwest.
So he's bringing a little bit of that.
Oh man, he's making some noise. He's quick. He has that aggressiveness, and that true passion and love for what it is that we do. So man, he's gonna be one of those next faces, one of those next voices that you definitely hear from. So it's us three right now. We are the captains of the ship. Man, we making it happen. I mean, we do have other hands on deck as well. Supportive roles. Man, it's a team thing, and even bigger than team is family. So
I like that.
Yeah.
Well, it was really exciting sitting down with you and having this interview. It's been a long time coming.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah.
So I appreciate you taking the time out to come and interview with Read Up Chicago. Let them know where they can follow you and also hear your music and things.
Okay, you can follow me across all social platforms at Monz, M-O-N-Z, Logan, L-O-G-A-N. That's Twitter, that's Facebook, that's Instagram, that's Snapchat. Same thing with music, Spotify music, Apple Music, Tidal, you name it. Whatever your streaming platform of choice is, you'll find me there, M-O-N-Z, L-O-G-A-N. Same with Luxury Productions, that's Luxury Productions, full word spelled out. And all of the videos right now are currently running on YouTube as well.
I want to ask you guys to like and share this video. Follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook at RUCMAG, and follow our website, rucmag.com. Thank you.
Thank you.
Sure.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So it's MonzLogan. Twitter, Facebook, YouTube.
I know. I'm sorry.
Okay. You gonna edit this, right? Okay. Yeah. That's Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Snapchat, the whole gambit. No one says gambit.
I'm gonna read.
All I ever wanted was to make a couple mil. Fancy car, pretty bra, house up on the hill. Some say that I switched up on them, I didn't keep it true. But my attitude is if you pay me, that's just how